Hello, everyone. This is Jay Dobbins of the Marvel DC Multiverse. We are now episode 435, and I'll be doing my review on Blue Beetle. So, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Blue Beetle, I strongly advise you not to listen to this episode. You've been warned. Anyway, in a remote frozen tundra in Antarctica, members of Cord Industries, led by the company's co-founder and CEO Victoria Cord, managed to locate an ancient alien artifact known as the Scarab. Meanwhile, Jaime Reyes returns to his hometown of Palmyra City after graduating from Gotham Law University, only to learn that his family is facing eviction from their home due to financial difficulties. Jaime's sister, Milagro, manages to get him a job working at Victoria's mansion. However, both of them are fired after Jamie steps in to stop a confrontation between Victoria and her niece, Jenny. Jenny later tells Jaime to meet her at Cord Tower the next day to discuss a job opportunity. The next day, Jenny finds that Victoria is using the Scarab for her one-man army corps, OMAC for short, projects. She steals the Scarab and avoids security by giving it to Jaime, hidden inside a Big Belly. Inside a Big Belly burger to-go box. At home, Jaime's family convinces him to open the box containing the Scarab. When Jaime touches it, the Scarab activates and fuses with him, creating an armored suit. Jaime later goes to find Jenny for answers, rescuing her from Victoria's armed forces. She tells Jaime that the Scarab is a sentient weapon and it has willingly chosen Jaime to be its host. With the help of Jaime's uncle Rudy, Jamie and Jenny break into Core Tower to retrieve a smartwatch that once belonged to Jenny's father, Ted, but are attacked by Victoria's bodyguard, Ignacio Carapax, who has an OMAC prototype infused in his body. The Scarab, revealed to be named Kajda, temporarily takes over Jamie's body and battles Carapax. Rudy and Jenny help incapacitate Carapax, then escape with Jaime to Jenny's childhood home. Jenny uses Ted's watch to activate his secret laboratory and reveals to Jaime that Ted was originally a vigilante named Blue Beetle, who spent his life studying Kajda before mysteriously disappearing, leaving his company in Victoria's hands. When they notice Victoria's helicopter flying toward Jaime's home, I don't know why I keep saying Jamie, Jaime's home, Jaime summons Kajda and returns to protect his family. As they escape, Jaime's father, Alberto, suffers a cardiac arrest and dies, distracting Jamie and allowing Carapax to capture him. Jaime. Jaime is taken to an island fortress in Cuba, where he is strapped to a machine that downloads information from Kajda to the OMACs. While unconscious, Jaime sees a vision from his father, who encourages him to embrace his destiny as the new Blue Beetle. Jaime awakens and escapes as Carapax's OMAC suit activates and evolves into a more powerful form. Jenny and the Reyes family uses Ted's bug ship and its weapons arsenal to storm the island. Jaime reunites with his family and then encounters Carapax and battles him. Jaime nearly kills Carapax before Kajdo reveals to Jaime's memories of Carapax's enslavement by Victoria for the Olmec experiments, including Carapax's mother's death at Victoria's hands, leading Jaime to spare him. Carapax rebels against Victoria and sets his Olmec suit to explode, destroying the island as well as killing Victoria and himself. Taking the terrorist with him as vengeance for his mother. As the Reyes family escapes from the island, they take time to mourn Alberto. In the aftermath, Jenny becomes a new CEO of Cord Industries and promises to repair the damage caused to the Reyes family. Helping them rebuild their home. As the neighbors gather around the remains of the Reyes' family home and provide support, Jaime shares a kiss with Jenny, then offers to fly her to the Cord estate. In the mid-credit scenes, a distorted recording is broadcast in Ted's laboratory, attempting to inform Jenny that he's alive. Alright, so I'm going to give it a 88 out of 100. And here's why. The action, there was a fair amount of action sequences, no doubt about that. It was very emotional. However, and the message was clear and on point. However, Alberto's death is why I gave it an 88 out of 100. Because his death got me teared up, pretty much. That's the only time I've ever been teared up in the movies, because of Alberto's death. I lost enough, members of my family. I've also, lost enough friends. So, I understand that feeling. But to lose a father, it's not something I want to experience, but may have to, unfortunately, later on down the line. I hope my dad lives to be 100. So, at least. But, yeah, that pretty much did it. I mean, but I like the writing. I think that Zolo Midridina, I think he did a good job, playing the role of Jaime Reyes. I think he did a very good job of that. I think his performance was well done, to be honest. I didn't leave the theater with a bunch of questions, so there was not any plot holes, except for Ted Cord. Why did he abandon his daughter and the company, and of course his sister? You kind of wonder, like, why did he do all that? But that's the only question I ever had for the movie. But everything else was pretty much on point. I like the special effects. And honestly, Zolo he's pretty young, so I think he could pretty much, become the, Blue Beetle for the next maybe 10 to 20 years, probably, if the movie makes money, which I hope it does. Like I said, the writing was good. I like the cast. It's pretty much was his own story. It's kind of hard to tell whether they say it's a DCEU movie, but however, there was no cameos from previous DCEU characters, like, Henry Cavill's Superman, Ben Affleck's Batman, Ezra Miller's Flash, or Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, or Jason Momoa's Aquaman, or Ray Fisher's Cyborg. So, or no Black Adam, none of Justice Society, or Amanda Waller, so none of that. So they could pretty much get away with putting Zolo Midridia into the DCU, which is led by James Gunn and Peter Safran in DC Studios. So he could pretty much, get away with putting him in there. So I think you should keep him, instead of recasting Blue Beetle. Just keep him, And I hope this movie does make money. I don't know if it's going to make over the, production budget, but it needs at least $600 million to break even. Well, yeah, break even and, of course, make profit. So hopefully it does. But right now, the movie is at $52 million with a production budget of $104 million. So, but yeah, it was very emotional, and I love the message, Family makes you strong. Family is important. The love for your family does not make you weak, it makes you stronger. So, family comes first, family is everything. So, that was an important message of the film, which is something I could really pretty much resonate with, and something I can relate to, But, yeah, the purpose was, the message was very clear. And I love how they put that message in this film. So, and of course, they were talking about putting the sequel on hold to see how much money this movie will make. But judging by the cliffhanger, there's no reason why, judging by the cliffhanger, which was in the mid-credit scene, there's no reason why they shouldn't do a sequel. But, if the movie does not make money, God forbid, then what they can do is have him appear, maybe appear in several DC films as a setup for the Young Justice, which they could do a Young Justice movie, and they could have a continuation of what happened in the previous Blue. They could have that as part. They could have the, like I said, part of the. They could have the continuation of what happened in the first Blue Beetle film, as they could put that in the Young Justice film. So that can be, the continuation could be part of that film of what happened in the previous film. So it could work. So, but we'll see what happens, though. Fingers crossed. So, but yeah, that concludes this review. Feel free to follow us on Instagram. We're available on iTunes, Google Play Music app, Spotify, and of course YouTube.